Welcome back to the SnowGo channel. Got another wicked little setup to show you today. Got a brand new set of faction dancers in. These absolute whoppers arrived, fresh out of packaging, in for a wax and a binding mount. And we got a brand new Salomon Shift 13 touring binding system going on as well, which is pretty cool. It is the first time for me putting these on. And as always, I like to show it can be done without a jig. Salomon didn't make it easy for me, I'm not going to lie. Took a little bit of head scratching, but good news for you guys. If you're looking to do it yourself, it is possible, and I'll suss that out. And here's the proof. I've got one already mounted on here. Feast your eyes on that. Pretty impressed. It's a good little touring system, actually. You've got a really clever little brake hold-up system. You'll see in one of my other videos, I've done like the cast pivot 15. I wasn't overly impressed by the way it held the ski brakes up, actually. So Salomon have bossed it with this. It's nice, solid, good, robust. They're not as dainty looking as the cast and the plume bindings that you can get, but they're pretty robust looking, well made. I think you're going to be happy with them if you bought these for your skis. So without further ado, let's get on to getting the other ski rigged up, show you how you can do it yourself. Or if you don't want to do it, send them to a ski shop, whatever. I'm going to show you how to do it anyway. Let's go. Got to make sure the ski boot is all set up to be in usual alpine mode, not in touring mode. What we do is you line up, there's a centre marker on most boots. You can just see in there's a little A on the bottom, and that's going to line up with the progressive line on this. This is a faction sort of recommended line. You can go one forward if you want. The one in front here, it says New School, which is more for the freestyle like-minded skiers out there, or you got the classic for the powder chasers. But this time we set up on a progressive line. So basically, once you get your centre markers marked out, centre of the boot, progressive line, in alpine mode. That's your starting point. Check it. Check it. Now, where Salomon did make this one a little bit trickier than most ski bindings, where you can get to the fixings nice and easy, you can mark them all out from the toe piece of your ski boot. There is this little guide screw which slots in at the front there. So the binding has to go on that, and then it has to slide backwards to obviously then line up with your next four binding fixings. So that did cause me a little bit of a headache without the jig. I was just like, right, how are we going to get this? Because not only that, you got this back piece here, that also slides inwards. Once these screws are wound in, that slides in. So as that locks on the front screw, it then needs to slide all the way back. That disappears under there. So they need to be screwed first as well. So what you have to do, there's no quick fix with this. You've just got to map out all your fixing holes. You get the screw in there, you've got to mark all your centres up. Just get a bit of paper. I did go online and find a jig, but that jig wasn't overly helpful. I found out is probably 1.5 mil out in some places. So you just got to map out something similar to this. Mark exactly where all your fixing holes need to be. No quick way around it. It's got to spend a bit of time and get some measurements and get ready and prepped for it. Now you've got a little plan of where your fixing holes are going to be on your front binding. You can grab your boot with your centre marker that I pointed out earlier, line it up into the toe piece for alpine mode, line up that centre with your progressive line or your chosen centre mark on the ski. Get that mapped out. Make sure you're nice and in line. Use a set square is always a good tip. And then put your binding there, and that's ready for you to centre out your binding, get your first bit of markings. A tip I gave in my other binding mounting video as well, and it makes perfect sense to every binding you ever mount. Once you've gone through the aggro of setting up your first toe piece, you know where your binding holes are going to be. Map them all down, because this is going to save you so much time come the second ski. You haven't got to faff around with all that again. You can just go off your first measurements because you know they're going to be exactly the same. So just get all your measurements jotted down, nice and easy in front of you, front and rear, sorted.
Promise
And there you have it. Your new rigs are ready to go and rip up the mountain. Enjoy. Get out there, do some touring. Go and hit those slopes. If I've forgotten anything, by all means, let me know in the comments, because I'm sure I've dropped something out of there. And also, don't forget to go and subscribe to the channel. There's lots of cool stuff on there. Go and check out my website. There's some really cool clothing as well. Thanks for tuning in.